Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. Uh, this is my second attempt at recording this video actually. The first attempt, well, the recording itself, in terms of what I put into it, went really well. But I guess there was something fibbed up with my microphone because there was no audio the whole time. I'm starting to learn the struggles of being a YouTuber and an ASM artist. For this video, I wanted to just kind of do some more rambles, uh, but also be doing tapping triggers while I do it. And these rambles will be a lot more lighthearted, I promise. Um, First thing I have to tap on is this soft cover book. If I can just get a good grip on it. There we go. Ah, that sounds nice. So it's harder for me to do tapping triggers because I don't have long fingernails. They're very short, actually. So I have to, like, curve my fingers when I do tapping, unless it's, like, the soft kind. But I don't have a very good microphone yet. It's definitely not poor quality audio-wise, but I can't turn the sensitivity up. And the gain only goes up so much. So the hardware itself is not capable of picking up too many quiet noises. So I have to make sure I'm doing it loud enough for you guys to hear. And if I have to take a break, I apologize. My hands are just really hot right now. I apologize. I have no idea if that's allowed on microphone or not. But another thing I have to tap on here, which is way easier for the amazing nail tappies, is my battery bank that might as well be dead considering it barely holds a charge and I almost never use it anymore. And it runs out much faster. What I wanted to ramble about in this video, well, what I did ramble about in the last video, I don't know, it's hard to ramble about the same thing twice, so I'm just trying to think of something to kind of occupy the time. The last video was like 26 minutes long. I don't know if I'll make it that long this time, just because I made it that long last time and it didn't work. And so I have less energy to put into this one, but I still wanted to get a video out tonight, considering I haven't uploaded in like 7 days, I think. One of my favorite triggers, though, that I wanted to do was, and I'll just set this down real quick, this plastic tiny box. This plastic tiny box. This plastic tiny box. This plastic tiny box that has currently nothing inside of it. can probably hear this. I know a lot of ASMR artists will fidget with the lid or cap to a container or bottle of some kind, and it makes really nice sounds. Really nice. Hollow and pleasant sounds. Pleasant sounds. Pleasant sounds from the tiny box. Pleasant sounds from the tiny box. Teeny tiny, teeny tiny. The teeny tiny, pleasant black box. The teeny tiny black, pleasant box. The teeny tiny, pleasant box. The teeny tiny box. The teeny tiny box. The teeny tiny box. The teeny tiny box. And it makes great tapping sounds as well. And I have to control my pace or I'll tap way too fast. That's just the way I do things naturally. On the teeny tiny box, the teeny tiny box, the teeny tiny box, the teeny tiny box, the teeny tiny box. See, I just started doing it again. I was tapping way too fast. I'm sure some of you like that and some of you don't, so I try not to do it too much. Tapping and rubbing the teeny tiny box, the teeny tiny box, the teeny tiny box, the teeny tiny black box, teeny tiny black box, teeny tiny black box, the teeny tiny black box, the teeny tiny black box, teeny tiny black box, teeny tiny black box, teeny tiny black box. But as far as things to ramble about for this video, first things first, I apologize for not getting a video out sooner. I wanted to, and actually tried to a few times, but I just didn't really have the energy to do it. And that's why I don't want to put myself on a consistent upload schedule, even though I know it would probably be a good thing for me in the channel. I just can't, upload consistently without making myself feel super pressured and anxious. So I procrastinated making videos for a while, and then a couple days ago, actually, my best friend of almost 4 or 5 years now just kind of dipped. Yeah, they were just kind of sayonara, brother. I should do a video where I put on an accent, although I'm sure I'll have plenty of time for that in some of my upcoming roleplay videos, which sounds really fun, by the way. And I'm sure I'm overthinking it, but I do want to give those videos my best shot with better art and better sound, I want to put in like sound effects and stuff. I just got to figure out how I want to do that. I mean, it's really not that hard. I just make it super easy to overcomplicate everything in my head. But uh, with the friend thing, I'm not going to go into the details of why they left, but sometimes people just need to kind of go to grow better. Sometimes when people try to stay together, they end up shunting their own growth. And since we met when we were younger, it does kind of make sense that we wouldn't have stayed around. Although I definitely did enjoy their company while they are around, I now have a new friend who is extremely supportive and kind. And luckily, through the whole ordeal, I have had friends to help me kind of get out of that, I guess, existential feeling I get when people leave. I'm not really sure why it happens, but when people leave, it just kind of it leaves behind this big void in my life that I feel like is impossible to fill. But this time, I mean, I guess I felt a little anxious about it, but after it all happened and I calmed down a little bit, I don't really feel that different, honestly. I feel like I have even more energy, actually, to put into other things. Uh, but oh, that sounds nice as well. Um, it was just nice to. It was nice that I had someone to kind of help me deal with everything. Sorry, I'm making myself tired too. I guess that means it's hopefully working. Uh, but yeah, my new friend is super amazing, super kind, patient, at least patient with me, uh, wise, understanding, goal oriented, although, if I might say, maybe even too much so. Uh, just super supportive. Like, I haven't even known him that long, and he's been nothing but sweet to me. Uh, so much so to the point that I'm really trying my best not to, like, throw him off balance with anything, I guess. He might even he might even be watching this video right now. I have no idea. Uh, but I've been trying to do my best to, I guess, not just repay the favor, because I think that people like that deserve nothing but the best, anyways, but it just makes me want to, I guess, quote unquote, pay them back more, or not pay them back in like a sense of there being any owing or debt, but just give to them an appreciation. And I'm not really sure how to do that. I've been thinking about it. I figure something out. Relationships are always kind of like, they're not really that complicated, but they can become complicated depending on, past insecurities and stuff. Like, for me, I have a problem with, well, I have abandonment issues, first of all, but I've had a lot of times in the past where people say one thing and they mean another, like completely. Like they mean something completely different from what they're trying to say or end up saying. And it's just thrown me so off balance, like so much, that I get like a lot of anxiety about people's true intentions, I guess. Like I can never just take people's words for things anymore, or like I don't a lot of the time fully. So I don't know. It's always at the back of my mind. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not being like overbearing or talking too much. And I don't know. For people in the past, it was like, we don't have to be talking right now if you don't want to, that like something that I would say. And they would be like, oh, no, 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 it's fine. I want you here, etc., etc. And then they would actually like get tired of me talking anyways. And then they wouldn't say anything. They would just get really mad and blow up at me. So I'm trying to, like avoid doing that, even though that's probably not something that everybody does. Uh, I'm just trying to make sure I'm good to my friends, I guess. I know roleplay videos they definitely seem to be doing well. I only have one roleplay video and it has like over 240 views. You guys, that was a 4.5 minute video. The script ended up being not anywhere near as long as I thought it was gonna be. For like when I actually started to do the script, it was looking like it would be at least like a 10-minute video. But then I went to actually go read it all, and it only took like the 4 minutes. And it still is like my most popular video of the four that I have out, not including this one that's gonna come out for me, but will be out for you when you see it. So 5 if you see it. So I guess I definitely plan on doing more RP videos already. But seeing as it's the best type of video on my channel, that's definitely more motivation to get more done. One of my favorite triggers, actually, that I haven't done yet, and hopefully you'll be able to hear just fine on the microphone, is sorry, is, and I found this out the other day. I've never seen anybody else do this except for, well, I guess I saw Frivolous Fox ASMR do this once or twice, but not like the way that I started finding out how to do it. It's teeth tapping, actually. It's like you put 2 fingers in your mouth, just enough to where the fingernails would make contact with the very bottom of the front teeth, and then you just I'm not sure how relaxing that is because I don't know what it sounds like when converted into audio yet, but I will find out when I'm editing this video. And now we can go back to the book tappies. The book tappies, 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 the book tappies. I do want to go into voice acting, voiceover, but I would like to get a better microphone before I start doing auditions and stuff. Mostly because this microphone, it's not as sensitive as I like it to be. Well, actually, no, the microphone quality, it would be good enough, but it's not super reliable. Although, I guess I could start voice acting with this microphone. I just want to get a little bit more set up before I do. I don't know. Maybe that's just me kind of finding excuses to procrastinate, but they're valid excuses, at least somewhat. Uh, I do want to get a better microphone for ASMR though. I think the quality is fine, all things considered, but the sensitivity is what I'm really looking for. I can't make the mic like hardware pick up on stuff much more than this. It doesn't get much louder, really. Like the volume's all the way up. I have the gain turned up like crazy, which does help a lot with the sensitivity. It's like another version of mic sensitivity. But this mic doesn't have an option like in the drivers for increased sensitivity, so I kind of just deal with what I got. And I guess as far as future plans go, I'm currently trying to get a job. I thought about doing part-time for a while, but I want to do full-time for the money, because full-time is way better. Like, way, way better, usually. Like, for example, a full-time job in the US, if you are, doing full-time 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, and you make like $13 an hour, that's like somewhere around like 400 and that's like somewhere around $500, like $450 around there with government tax. I think it's kind of ridiculous that they can take that much money from you, but what can you do? Still, it's quite a lot of money for 1 week, especially for someone like me who, it would be like one of my first jobs, pretty decently paying. What I plan to do with that money, first things first, for like my own stuff. Once I have my temps, I want to invest some money from a job into fixing up the Jeep that I got. The Jeep that I got right now, it's just sitting in storage. It's completely undrivable. The steering shaft for the Jeep is like all kinds of fucked, basically. That thing, it's not driving anywhere. We have to actually get it towed here, because if you try and drive that thing normally, you will just veer off the road and die. So I have to pay to get that repaired. I'm not sure how much that would be, but I'm guessing it's like $500 price range, which is expensive, but I can save up for it. It's worth it to get that car fixed and drivable again. And then I need to get it insured under my name so I can actually drive it, like take it around places, because the way it works in the US is you're by law required to have insurance, which I think is kind of a scam, because that takes away like all of your choice. Even though insurance is like typically a good thing, they basically monetized it now. So, all the insurance companies are just trying to steal as much money as they can. And since you can't exactly say no to getting insurance in general, they're allowed to charge more for like everything. But You're not allowed to drive a vehicle if it's not insured under your name specifically. So, like, if you're a family of four and only the father has a vehicle insured under his name, then legally he's the only one allowed to actually drive that vehicle. And I think you're liable to get like charged. You're gonna get charged with something if you try and drive it and you're not insured for the vehicle, uh, which is super stupid in my opinion, but it's just the way it is. So, vehicle insured, fixing the steering shaft thing, finishing my temps so I can drive like fully on my own, and job. I'd be pretty much set up from there, and then I just work on my aspirations and stuff. I'll be fully into the world, which sounds very, very, very nice. I'm definitely not doing college or anything like that because education here in the US sucks. It's terrible. It's super unreasonably expensive, puts you in lifelong debt, and you don't ever get to do anything with it the way that the economy is. So, which is unfortunate, but the career path I'm going into doesn't require college. Voice acting, ASMR, and a job on the side. Looks like I'm going to have a semi busy life, but I'll have enough time on my own. So, that's all that's going on with me right now. Lost a friend, gained an awesome friend. One of the best, actually. Uh, Setting up monetarily and just kind of getting out there. So, I got some vague plans for the future, but it's enough to go off of. And I think I am actually gonna end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is actually surprisingly longer than the last video that I recorded, although I wouldn't say it's better. I preferred the way the other one came out just because I had more to say, really, and there was more variety, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you have a splendiferous day, or night, or evening, or whatever time it is for you. And I hope that you sleep just as well. Goodbye for now, my friends.